Hey everybody, welcome to Not the Wreath Workshop. I am Ashley Greenwood from Three Little Greenwoods Creations, and today we are going to be making a few bows in my hotel room. So my son got invited to compete in a culinary competition, and we are here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. They are eating lunch downstairs, and I thought I would hop on and say hey, make a few bows with you, and answer some questions that you might be having about my new Ashley's Wreath Class membership. So come on in. If you are watching right now, chances are you might be watching the replay either on my Facebook channel or YouTube. So just say hi, let me know where you are. I'm gonna pull myself up on my Facebook page so that I can see your comments as you ask me questions. Let's see. Here we are, right there, perfect. Okay, so yes, they are competing in a culinary competition, and there's two parts. The first part that they just had this morning was actually a group of children, high schoolers, cooking, and you know, the whole thing, it was like Chopped, y'all. It was high drama. One poor child knocked over the tiramisu little glass container that the other child had worked on. Oh my gosh, I felt so bad. That poor girl that made the tiramisu and the poor boy who accidentally knocked it over. But they did very well. They are finished, and now this afternoon, my son is going to be competing in the management part, so it's still ongoing. So while they are having lunch, I'm up here in my hotel room. We're going to make some bows together. So let's talk about ribbon. Now, there's lots of different places that you can buy ribbon from. You're going to see in my stack that this ribbon came from a few places. So there's lots of wonderful places for you to shop online for ribbon. And if you want my list of where I love to shop, just leave me a comment saying shop ribbon, and I will make sure to come back in and get you the list of where I like to shop. This ribbon came from Craft Outlet. This ribbon is called Raised Stitch, okay? When I first started making wreaths, I did not know what the names of these things were. This is Raised Stitch. It comes in lots of different colors. It's one of my favorites. Hey, my friend Lori. Lori, I'm at the beach in the hotel room, making bows, answering questions about my membership. So I'm so glad you're hopping on. So one of the ribbons we're going to be using is this 1.5 inch raised stitch. Yes, they are all wired because I love big bows. And if you want big bows and you want them to pop, you gotta have wired ribbon. That's just the only way to do it. I have a couple of ribbons that are from Sam's. This is from Sam's this year's spring collection. This is last year's spring collection. This is last year's spring collection as well. Now, I found a ribbon really similar to this on Craft Outlet. So Craft Outlet is a great place to go to look for ribbon. In fact, this roll of raised stitch came from Craft Outlet, and probably this did as well, but some of the other places that I love to shop is Brian Lane Designs, 5th Street Studios, that's on Etsy. There's lots of great ribbon shops on Etsy. Greenery Gal and Greenery Market. Hello, Susan, welcome. All right, let's get started. I'm gonna move these over here. These ribbons are 1.5 inches and 2.5 inches. So guys, if you have any questions, just let me know. This is my easy bow maker, okay? I make all of my bows on this. Lori, thank you for asking about the culinary competition. He actually did not participate in the cooking side. He's in the management position, the management side. And he is going to be doing his presentation. I'm looking at my clock on my phone in about an hour. So I'm just squeezing in a little bow making Monday. I'm actually kind of glad he wasn't in on the cooking side, because oh my gosh, y'all, it was like the TV shows where everybody's just hustling together. Lori, I don't know if you heard me say this, but one of the guys on the culinary team accidentally knocked over the tiramisu that the little girl had made in a beautiful little goblet with the little cherry on top, he knocked it over. So I feel so bad for, I feel really bad for both of those kids, because that was just, I think we all went, when that happened. So bless their hearts. Anyway, it's an amazing thing. Hey Tony, I'm so glad you're hanging out. I love that you love watching me. Here we go with our 1.5 inch raised stitch ribbon and my Easy Bow Maker. This is going to be kind of a behind the scenes of how I teach, so that you can decide if joining my monthly membership is right for you, okay? All right, so first we're gonna make a really long tail, the whole width of my Easy Bow Maker, so that's gonna be 16 inches. I know, it is sad, Lori. It was so sad. I'm gonna take it and put it in between the dowels on my Easy Bow Maker and smush it down. This is really important. You need to really compress your ribbon as you are working. So I know the camera is backwards. I forgot to flip it around, so I apologize. I'm going to grab it right here at the base of the dowel and flip it upside down, just like that. And we're gonna measure out to 6 inches, making a 6-inch loop. Press it down. Coming over on this is my left-hand side. I'm gonna twist it away from me till it is completely upside down. And then measure out another 6 inches. Guys, as you are watching, if you think you know of a friend that would love to learn more about florals, bows, all the pretty things, share this video with them. I bet they would really love to come and hang out with us. I'm gonna take my scissors and cut it on a diagonal. This is my most favorite way to cut ribbon. I don't do a dovetail. I think it's because it's an extra step and I'm just like cutting it off. Let's move these loops to where we want them to be. And next I'm gonna pull my plaid. So this is a plaid that came from Sam's. I don't know if they have it this year. This was last year's collection, but I found something super, super similar to this on Craft Outlet. It's in my cart. Haven't ordered it yet, but it's there. So I have been hanging out here at the beach a lot in my hotel room by myself. It's been kind of amazing. Good morning, my friend Tina. I've been making bows because I got orders to do, even though I'm spending time with my son at the beach. We still have work. Have bow maker, will travel. Okay. Coming in with our second tail, I'm going to use the ruler on my Easy Bow Maker to make it 16 inches long, down in between the dowels, taking my thumbs and compressing that ribbon just as hard as I can, twisting it away from me. I like to pull my tails down underneath the table, making another 6-inch loop on this side. This is a big bow and it is so very pretty. It is perfect for spring. I love the colors in it. So let's talk for a few minutes about my new monthly membership that I am launching this week. I am so excited. I have always invested in coaches, people to help me get to where I wanted to go as fast as possible. Because when I decided to step back from my part-time teaching position and turn this into a business, I wanted it to be the fast path. I didn't want to play around. This was not a hobby. This was something that I wanted to make money off of, and I wanted to replace my preschool income with. So I didn't play around. I got coaches to help me. And I really think that that is one of the secrets to being successful at what you want to do, is to find a coach that you really connect with, a teacher that you really like, you enjoy hanging out with them, whether it's on Facebook Lives or Zoom meetings, so that you can learn your craft as quickly as possible. So that is what I did. And it has paid off in leaps and bounds. So if you are wanting to learn how to make wreaths, how to make bows, maybe eventually you would like to start an Etsy shop as a part-time business, or, you know, dream big, maybe replace your full-time income, I would encourage you to find a teacher that you really like. And if it's not me, if it's someone else, then that's great. But you don't have to struggle on your own. If you want to learn how to make beautiful wreaths for your home, to give as gifts, or to start a business with, find yourself a coach. And if you enjoy the way that I teach, I would love for you to come and join us. I am starting a monthly membership. It's called Ashley's Wreath Class membership. We're going to host it in a private Facebook group. We've already got a lot of wonderful people already in there, making me so happy, from all over. There's even people in there from Scotland, and I believe there's someone else that's from outside the States, which is just amazing. We are going to be meeting once a week, just once a week. Nothing overwhelming, nothing that you're going to feel like, oh my gosh, I'm going to fall behind. Once a week in our private Facebook group. And we're going to be making beautiful things together. So how I teach, Mary's from Canada. I knew there was someone else, Mary is in our group. How I teach is I gather all of my supplies together, and then I talk through the process of what I am doing and why I am doing it, why I chose this, why I don't want to use that. And then after it's finished, I will be linking and leaving a supply list for what we have done that day. And hopefully I'll be able to directly link up all of the supplies, but even if I can't, I'll make sure to leave SKU numbers so that you can go and find it. And also, wreath making isn't just about using exactly what the teacher is using. That's the secret, okay? You don't have to use exactly what I use. You can go to your stash and find what you already have, that you've already spent money on because you know you got it, and you can use your supplies to recreate your own design, okay? So that's one of the secrets of wreath making. You don't have to use exactly what I'm using. It's a recipe. It's you put this here, you put this here, you put this here. Here's the measurements for the bows. You use what you have, and you can learn how to make beautiful things with that, okay? So we're going to be meeting once a week in a private Facebook group. Now, I know a lot of us are busy. A lot of us work full time, and we don't have time to meet live. So if you're ever in that situation and you can't meet with us live, all you have to do is watch the replay. Everything's going to be saved. I'll be sending out lots of reminders of what we have done this week so that you can find it and rewatch it. I think that's really important. Because how many of us have been in groups where there's just so much stuff going on and you can't keep up and you can't find what they've done. And I'm not just talking about wreath making groups, because I'm really creative and I like to do lots of things. I really enjoy getting an email every week with links to, hey, this is what we did. Here's the link to get straight to it. We all need those reminders. Don't you agree? Give me a heart if you agree. I will be 50 this summer, and I need all the reminders and help that I can get. Here's our next layer of ribbon. It is a purple canvas. That's the name of this ribbon, okay? It's a 1.5 inch wired ribbon. I'm gonna put it on top of my hot pink because it's so pretty. down in between the dowels, push, push, push with your thumbs, twisting it away from me on the other side of the dowel. This is a really good camera angle. I'm gonna have to remember this as I teach my group. Because when I teach my group, I like really go slow, perfect measurements so that they can follow along with me if they would like when they go back and watch the replay. We're also going to do something called Makers Meetup, and that's going to be on Zoom because it's really fun to get on Facebooks with each other, but it's really fun to get on Zooms and actually see people's faces. You know what I'm saying? All right, so I'm measuring out my loop. It's 6 inches. Let's twist this one away from us. I'm gonna do the other side. 6 inches on my Easy Bow Maker. If you don't have an Easy Bow Maker, if you have a Bowdabra, learn to use it. You don't have to have this right here. It's really important that you learn to use the things that we have, okay? Hold on one second, friends. Let me get back to what I'm doing. Oh my goodness. Hold on. There we go. Hey Connie, I see my friend Connie is watching. All right, I'm gonna press down and cut my other tail, just like that. All right, so I'm just building up this ribbon, this bow. I'm gonna pull the tails up. One of the things that I do as I am working, is I pull my loops and my tails up and around as I am making the bow. Ooh, that's so pretty. This is a 12-inch bow, y'all. This thing is bigger than my head. Love it. Next, we're gonna come in with a polka dot because polka dots are so much fun. This is a ribbon that I got from Sam's, but check all the usual places, okay? When I am pairing ribbons together, I like to start with a focal ribbon like this plaid, and then I pull colors out of it, and then I mix in different patterns with solids. Makes a really, really pretty bow. Let me unwind some of it. Pop that right in there. All right, here we go. I'm gonna twist this one in the air. So I measured out my tail and I'm just gonna twist it in the air like this and then set it down in between my dowels. I do that every once in a while. Okay, let's just keep building this up. Another thing that people ask about is the cost, because we're all very conscious about how much money we are spending every month. It's going to be $18 a month, only $18 a month. You can cancel at any time. If you would like to get a yearly subscription, you can get 2 months free, which several people have done, making me so happy. So I'm just answering questions about my new monthly membership. If you have any questions about it, you can just drop them in the comments. If you want to learn an easy step-by-step way to make bows, wreaths, arrangements, lantern swags, centerpieces, all the things, I'd love for you to join me. Okay, I'm gonna pull my focal ribbon back out because I want to place this on the top right here. So let's measure out our tail. We're gonna go down in between the dowels, compress it with our thumbs. Gonna come down to the base, pinch it with my fingers, and then twist it completely over. just like that. And I call this the baby loop. So we're going to be making about a 3-inch loop right in the middle. Compress that ribbon down. And then I'm going to cut a tail going straight up. Just like that. Oh my goodness, look. Just look at all that. So I have a confession. I packed my wire cutters, my bow makers, my scissors, all the ribbon that I would need to make wreaths while we were here at the beach. And I forgot my bind wire, which if you've watched me for long, you know that I love my bind wire, and I forgot it. And I don't have pipe cleaners, and I haven't left the hotel to go get anything. So we are gonna get around that by using 2 zip ties. So here's my plan. I'm gonna use this zip tie as my bind wire or my pipe cleaner. I'm gonna take it and just slide it up underneath, just like that. Making sure I've parted the ribbons down here on the bottom and on the top. Hey Vicky, welcome to Not the Wreath Workshop. I'm hanging out in my hotel room. My son is at a culinary competition today. So I'm hopping on just to go over Bow Making Monday and to answer questions about my new monthly membership. Here's my other zip tie. I'm gonna treat this like my normal zip tie. Right here. Shauna is asking, how crazy is Myrtle Beach area with all the baseball stuff going on? I don't know anything about baseball stuff. I've been in this lovely hotel for 2 days now, and we're just hanging out. We're doing cooking. The whole hotel smells like amazing recipes. Okay. Notice how I am doing this. This bow has to travel. It has to travel home with me. And I have a box that I am gently putting all of the bows that I've made in. So I'm gonna gently compress these loops. I'm not smushing them flat because, oh my gosh, no way. And they're gonna travel beautifully. I just know it. I'm gonna put my hands up here and pull this straight up. And you're gonna see that zip tie back there? So here's my plan. First off, I'm not going to tighten it down all the way because I'm either going to try to squeeze some bind wire up under the zip tie, or I'm going to figure something else out. You know what I'm saying? We work with what we have. I want you to notice how off center my zip tie is. It's like way over here. I gotta kind of move it over just a little bit. Fingers on the back, thumb on the top. I'm going to use this is like my placeholder. What I'm thinking will happen is when I get home, I'm gonna get my bind wire. I'm gonna pull this out. I'm gonna put the bind wire in there, and it's gonna be my magic. That's the plan. So let's move that over just a little bit. And I'm going to pull the buckle to the back. And I'm gonna tighten it just a little bit. Like that much. And it's all gonna work out. Wanda is asking, is my monthly membership something we will be doing all year long, or is it $180 for just the 4 classes that was listed? It's only $18 a month, but if you would like to save, if you would like to get 2 months for free, it's only $180 for the whole year, okay? No, my goodness, no, it's not that. That's crazy. It's $18 a month. Most people have chosen to get that, and I don't blame them. You can cancel anytime. You just gotta hit a button. All right, let's start over. Let's make one more before I have to go down and be a mama again. So if you're just joining us, my son is here at Myrtle Beach. Hold, please. That's like Diet Coke mixed with coffee, y'all. Not a good combination. My son is here at Myrtle Beach. I am with him. I got to come. I'm staying in a lovely hotel. And the culinary team competed this morning. And my son is on the management team, and he's going to be presenting in just a little bit. But I thought I'd come on and say hey and answer questions about my new monthly membership. All right, here we go. I'm twisting over. We're going to make one more bow together before I have to hop off. Here we go, pushing down. So other questions that people have asked me, because I get lots of emails from my people, which I love. They want to know, will they be getting a list of supplies before we get started? And I always say, no, here's how it works. The best way to do any teaching group is the first time your teacher goes live, just sit and watch. Pay attention to what they're doing. Where are they placing things? Which flowers did they use? Which greenery did they use? And then after you watch it the first time, you can look at the supply list, go back, gather all of your things that you want to use. You don't have to use exactly the same things. And then you can work along. You can like start the video, stop the video, so that you can make something amazing alongside the presenter or the teacher. Nancy says she agrees. Yeah, that's just the best way to do it. Shauna says yes. That's how she does all things. I like to watch the whole thing, decide if I want to make it, you know. Think about, what do I have in stock in my stash that I can use to substitute, because we all got stuff. We all got stuff. And if you don't have stuff and you're just getting into wreath making, you're gonna have lots of stuff really soon, because that is so much fun. Shauna says that way you can pay attention to the learning versus the product. Yes, exactly. Because it's all about, you know, I want everyone watching to understand that it's not about making something that looks just like what the teacher is making. That's not really what it's about. It's about learning the techniques and the placement and the whys of why you're choosing something and not choosing something else. That's what it's really about. That's when the real learning goes on. Now, some of you may be like, I don't care. I want the exact thing. And I'll be providing that so that you can go find your own. If it's something that I can't find, then I'll make sure to come up with a substitution for you. And all of that will be listed in the private Facebook group. I'm gonna have everything organized so that you can go back and find things. And there's always the search bar. I don't know if, sometimes even I forget. In every group, there is a search bar. And if you're thinking, I would like to make a bunny wreath, go to that search bar and type bunny wreath, okay? Wanda says she lives in a small town that does not have a Sam's or a Hobby Lobby or a Michael's. Would Walmart have the supplies you need for the classes, or would you need to order your supplies? You would probably need to order, and there are so many places that you can order your supplies. I'll be sharing, I've already, no I haven't yet, going to be sharing my favorite places to shop online, and I'll be leaving links for things as well. Ooh girl, you found 2 of the easy bow makers like the one I'm using? Lisa, jackpot. Down between the dowels, just like this. Some people question why I don't make bows by hand. Well, here's the story. When I was having our first son, when I was expecting our first son, I swole up like a bullfrog. I mean, just so much swelling. And all of the swelling caused carpal tunnel in my joints. Anybody else have that experience with having little ones? So I cannot hold things in my hands for very long. And using something like an easy bow maker is just such an easy option for those of us that may not have good hand strength. Maybe you have arthritis. And I want to teach you how to use the easy bow maker. Cut that one off. So this is our third layer of ribbon. The hot pink is in our focal ribbon. Look how pretty that is. Oh my gosh. Shauna says she has carpal tunnel from when she did floor nursing, twisting syringes and medications on and off. I totally believe it. I totally believe it. Hey, Tony. Tony is asking, are there certain bows you use for a wreath? Yeah, and I'll be teaching all about that in my group. My plan is to always film the bow tutorials like this so that you can really see what I'm doing, because a lot of people struggle with bow making. I like to make lots of different bows, big ones, little ones, all the ones. So if learning more about bow making is something that you are really interested in, come and join us. Shauna is asking, can we join at any time? I am not sure how long I'm going to keep the cart open. She's asking, can we join next month? It may still be open then. I'm still trying to decide how I'm going to handle that. Some people do an open and closed cart. I'm still thinking about that one. All right, coming in with our purple. Such a lovely, oh, wrong side. Lovely color of purple. Down between the bow maker. Guys, if you're interested in joining the membership, the link to join is in the description of this video. Just scroll up to the top. It's right there, okay? Yes, I will be announcing if I've decided to close it here on this Facebook page, okay? Pushing down with your thumb, twisting it over. Almost finished, pushing it down. So the times that we are going to be meeting with our live tutorials, we're going to be on Tuesday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay? Because that is the best time for a lot of the people that are already in my group. That is a really good time for me. I am not an afternoon, late night person. I'm not your girl at all. So mornings it is. Margaret, our day's not quite over yet. He has to do a presentation in just a few minutes. So after I finish with this bow, I'm gonna buzz downstairs and like watch, take pictures, do all the things. Pushing it down. All right, here we go. Grasping it right here. Hello, my friend Becky. Someone is asking, is there a rule about how many loops to do? There is not a rule. There's not a rule. You just do what your heart tells you. But when I am teaching in my group, I'm going to show you. It's going to be step by step. I often, pretty much always, will write out a written tutorial for the bow that I have just made, because you know we all learn differently. I taught kindergarten for a really long time, and I know that some of us are total visuals and others of us are write it down and read it. Mary is asking, will I be teaching anything about how to join Etsy? It's going to be mainly a design group, but every once in a while we're going to have like just a question and answer session, and if you have a question about Etsy and I think I can answer it, I will be totally happy to answer your question about that. All right, one more layer. Yay! Katina, I'm so glad you joined. You're already on the list, right? Are you already in the group? I'm trying to remember. We've had a lot of people join. It's been amazing. I've been telling my mama, my children, like, oh, it's gonna be so much fun. All right, one more, friends. This is the 2.5 inch focal ribbon, and that's so pretty. This came from Sam's, but like I said, I found a really close match to this one, okay? I will make sure to come back and let you know, Margaret, how he does. He's very nervous, and I learned something about him today. When he is really nervous and very anxious about things, he's very snippy. Very snippy. So I've just been kind of like giving him his space. He's very nervous, very worried. He's ready for it to be over. And tomorrow morning they will announce the winners of the competition. All right, one more. Let's cut this tail. Notice it's shorter because it's going to be cute. It's going to stick straight up. Just like that. Now, I left my bind wire at home. I can't believe I did that. I got everything else. I forgot my bind wire. So we are going to be using 2 zip ties, and we are going to rig it up so that I can glide some bind wire behind the bow when I get home. First, I'm gonna give it a gentle smushy. Gentle, just like not flattening them. I actually have friends that ship bows like this. They ship them pretty flat. What do you guys feel about that? How do you feel about that? Knowing that your bow's gonna show up a little bit flat. Now, they all are a little smushed, but I don't know how I feel about that. All right, here's my placeholder for the bind wire zip tie. Lisa Dean says nope. Gonna glide it up under here. Pushing it down with my thumb. I'm gonna part the waters right down here. Thank you, Becky. Shauna says she feels like some customers would leave them that way. They would. They totally would. Listen, y'all. I had the sweetest lady order double door wreaths from me. And I was so excited. They were so pretty. And she sent me a picture of them. And they're hanging sideways. They're hanging sideways. They have hangers on the back, y'all. They got hangers on the back and they're still hanging sideways. Like, oh my gosh. I bet my other wreath makers like can commiserate with me on that. All right, here we go. Becky says she likes how I ship my bows. If you guys want to know how I ship my bows, drop me a little comment and I'll come back in and share that blog post with you. Because there's definitely an art to the shipping of the bows. Shauna asked, did I tell her? I'm just leaving it alone. She gave me a 5-star review on Etsy, which makes my heart really happy. And she shared a picture and they're sideways, but she's happy. And she's happy, I'm happy. Totally happy. All right, hands up here. Gonna pull it up. Push this to the side. Fingers on the back, thumb on the top. Where did my... Okay, here we go. So this little loose zip tie right here, this isn't the placeholder for my bind wire. When I get home, the plan is I'm going to probably slide my bind wire in and then pull that out. That's the plan. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's give this a little tighten. not a lot, not all the way, just a little bit. And I'm going to leave it just like this because I am gently laying all of these bows in a big box and taking them home. This is what I've been doing while he's been in the pool, in the hot tub, doing all his things with all of his friends. So I've been up here making bows because, you know, we got orders to do, right? All right, friends, so listen, I would love and be so honored if you would join my Ashley's Wreath Class membership. Our very first class is Wednesday morning. So come on over, come hang out with us. It's going to be an amazing community that we are going to build together, okay? Shauna said she had to go see the photo. They are so cute. They're so cute. Now, my son's not pictured in that because he didn't do the cooking part. But yeah, did you guys hear that they knocked over the tiramisu? Bless it. Oh my gosh. Lisa Dean is asking what time. What time is the class on Wednesday? It is at 10 a.m. Listen, if you are in the group, you should be getting all kinds of emails from me. And if you are not getting those emails, check your spam, check your junk, and then email me to let me know. All right? Okay, friends, I'll report back. I'm going downstairs to watch the next part of the competition. Y'all have a great day, and I will hopefully see you again very soon. Bye, everybody.